In this video, I wanted to explain the Digimon personalities in Digimon Time Stranger, mainly how to change your personality, but we'll also touch on the personality skills. So if you go in your menu, you can see your Digimon's current personality as well as their personality skill. So in this example for my Impmon, his personality is Sly and his personality skill is Combo Magic, while for Dracomon, his personality is Brave and his personality skill is Song of Triumph. You can only have one personality skill at the time. But what do these like personality and personality skills, what do they really mean? So I made a visual where we can see all of these 16 personalities and each of those categories. I've also posted this to Reddit, so you might have seen this before already. So to quickly go over it, overall there are 4 types of personalities, each symbolized with a crest from the original Digimon Adventure. You have Philanthropy, Valor, Wisdom, and Amicability. And among them, there are 4 possible personalities, making a total of 16. So for example, for Philanthropy, you have Adoring, Devoted, Tolerant, or Overprotective personalities. Each personality has 2 stats, which will increase faster, which are represented from the parentheses over here. So for example, all Philanthropy Digimon will have Spirit increased faster. And if they are Adoring, they'll have defense as well. So an Adoring Digimon will have both defense and spirit increased faster, but a Devoted Digimon will have both intelligence and spirit boosted faster, and so on, depending on which personality type you are. And as well, each Digimon will also have a personality skill. So these are represented in brownish orange in my chart. This depends on what personality the Digimon currently has. So it can either be 2 among the main category. So for example, any Philanthropy Digimon could either have Healing Wisdom or SP Supplement, and 2 among their specific personality. So an Adoring could also have Follow Up or Prayer for Aid. So an Adoring will either have one of these 4, while the Devoted one will be one of Healing Wisdom, SP Supplement, First Aid, or Stout Spirit. I'll provide the link to my Reddit posts in the description if you want to check out the full chart. I won't go into detail for all of the possible skills, but you can probably, pick the ones that make more sense to you or what team you want to have, and then set that yourself as a goal and try to get that specific personality to get the personality skill and so on. I also made a dark version of it, so if you prefer dark version to not burn your eyes, feel free to use this one. So next, when can a Digimon's personality change? So it can either be when talking to the Digimon after every few battles, so that's when a speech bubble pops up over their head. I found it was around 3 to 4 battles. I don't know if this is consistent, but if you play the game, you'll see the speech bubbles pop up pretty frequently. And the other option is on the Digifarm. I'll go over this later. And when can the Digimon's personality skill change? This happens after changing personality. And also it can happen randomly after talking to a Digimon, even if there is no change to personality. I just saw this happen from time to time, but it happens pretty randomly. And the last option is on the Digifarm after training. This can also cause a personality change. Next, how do I get the personality that I want? So I went and tested this myself in the game. When you have that speech bubble that pops up over your Digimon, you will have an option to either select one that has a symbol in front of it or not. You may have guessed, if you select the option with the symbol, it means that it will turn the personality towards this symbol, so amicability in this context. And if you want to see exactly where their personality is, you can click on this option here, check personality. I recommend you do this. When you click on this, you'll have this chart pop up. and you'll see a cross in one of the quadrants. So this will tell you exactly like where your Digimon is situated, because in this context, for example, the Digimon is adoring, but the cross is towards the right, but it could be like towards the left, and it would take a longer time to go towards Valor, for example. And then depending where they are, you could choose an option to decide which direction you want to take. But how does the cross actually move? Because I realize it doesn't necessarily go straight up, straight down, to the left or to the right. It seemed like to go a bit all over the place, but I found a consistent pattern here. And what it is diagonals. So Valor is not necessarily towards the right, for example, it's towards the upper right. Philanthropy is upper left, Wisdom lower left, and Amicability lower right. This Digimon is Sly, and you have only one option, and it's to turn it towards Wisdom, but Wisdom is to the bottom left here. So if I choose the option, I will move towards Astute. I'll probably move exactly to, I'll have a personality change to Astute. If I don't select that option, I will stay where I am. If I had the other options, I would move in either direction depending on which one I chose. Oh yeah, and just a small detail here, you see that there's 4 possibilities, where other situations it's only 1. I found that this 4 options here pops up the first time you talk to your Digimon, but otherwise it's mostly these, but it could happen. It's pretty random if the 4 option pops up again, but it's mostly the first time that you talk to them. So the game gives you the option to choose the direction you're going towards, but then you'll have to either choose the only option or choose a neutral one. And maybe a small, not suggestion, but a tip if you want the game to prompt you to go towards the direction you want it to go, is if you save scum. So for example, you see the bubble pop up over your Digimon, you can save your game, and then if it doesn't suggest an option that you want, you can reload it and hope to have the good one. But that's if you're motivated to do that. Next, I tested this myself. So within the game, I screenshotted every time the Digimon wanted to talk to me, and in every case, I chose the only option it suggested. So for my Impmon here, the first quadrant, he was in the Sly area, and my only option was Wisdom. So according to this diagonal chart, Wisdom would be towards the bottom left, and this was the next time a chat bubble popped up, and we can see that indeed it moved towards the bottom left. So it brought me to Astute. And then again, the only option I got was Amicability. This is the bottom right. If we look, aha, it did move to the bottom right towards Strategic. So that's pretty much how it moves. If we go towards like all the examples that I had, next one was Amicability, so bottom right. Oh yeah, and this too is something that I noticed. I think since, you can't go further down, it kind of blocks here at the chart, but also it didn't go towards the right here. It just kind of stayed at the same area. So sometimes that happens, but I don't know what triggers it. But just to keep in mind, it could be that it doesn't move exactly towards the direction you're hoping it to go. You would have to, I guess, pick Amicability again for it to go even more towards the right, for example. Okay, next it's Philanthropy, so that's top right. So it went back to the area that it was before. Then Amicability, it went back down. Philanthropy, it went back up. So yeah, I guess that didn't really change much of anything, but just to have an example. And I did it again with another Digimon, so my Bearmon. So we can see it again here. So Wisdom goes to the bottom left. There you go, went towards the bottom left. Valor, it went back to where it was. Philanthropy, it's supposed to go up, but here you can't go further up than where you are, so it just moved a bit to the left. And here, oh yeah, here too it's interesting because it's supposed to be bottom left here, and it just went to the left. And I have like a mini theory here. It's that maybe the cross, like in the back end of how the game is coded, it goes like further away in the chart. So if even if it would want to go down, it has to like do the inverse like path that it took. So I feel like that's why it didn't go down here, but maybe, you know, some people can dig further into that, but that's only what I observed. So here, wisdom, it moved it just towards the left, then wisdom again, and now it went towards the bottom a bit, wisdom again. And see, sometimes it doesn't move that much. Here it just moved like from the middle part to the bottom. Then Valor, it moved back up, and here it's wisdom, it went, oh wait, what? Oh no, sorry, I picked a Mick ability here, so this is bottom right. There you go. So that's pretty much how you move your personality type just by talking to your Digimon. But there's also the Digifarm, so I wanted to bring that up as well. So in the game, I am training a bunch of Digimon, and a bunch of them are completed. So just to show what that looks like, if I click on this one, this one has a personality change to Brave, so most likely it will suggest to change a personality skill, sorry. How about I learn a new personality skill? And if I bring my chart up, so I have this chart here, SP supplement, that was a philanthropy skill, and now it's suggesting warrior wisdom. So warrior wisdom is here among the 2 basic skills of Valor, but Brave, it could have suggested either these 2 as well. Extra strike tech or vitality theft, but it suggested one of the 2 main ones. Oops, I just made it learn. I don't think I want to do that, but whatever. And same thing for each Digimon. This one moves towards Astute. So if we look, Astute, where is that? It's Wisdom's here at the bottom. It suggested Magical Wisdom, which is one of the 2 base ones. So that's how the Digifarm works, and let me just finish all of these completions. All right, so I'm done completing all of my training. So I just wanted to show you if you wanted to train a Digimon to go towards the personality that you want. So you would select your Digimon training, and here you can click on check personality at the bottom, and depending on what training item you use, it will move your personality towards a certain direction. So in this case, we have, oh, and also here's the area where you can also see the personality type with the cross, so you can know specifically where the Digimon is. So in this example, for Andromon, I can see specifically that he's in the upper corner of Brave. And depending on what you choose here on the side, it'll move it towards a direction. So you can see that there's A, B, and C depending on what your training item is. And you can see an arrow here that tells you which direction you will go towards. So SP shifts personality towards understanding. So this is good if you want to go strictly towards the left, for example. There's no like diagonals like the speech bubbles when you talk to your Digimon. And here you have, for example, both directions. So this will shift your personality towards heart and affection. So you can see heart is towards the right, affection's towards the top. So if you choose this, it will move it towards the top corner. And then punching bag C, this is the only, well, the C ones are the only ones that don't shift personality. And I think, yeah, so between B and A, B, whoops, oh, well, that wasn't supposed to happen, but whatever. If I go back to personality here, yeah, B greatly shifts in a direction while A shifts it a bit. So I guess B is better if you're further down. Like let's say I want my Digimon to be brave and I'm all the way here towards astute. I would want to go towards the top right. That's probably the attacking one. Do I have it here? Yeah, there you go. So I would do punching bag. Ideally punching bag B, it would go quicker, but if not, then just this one and it would bring me towards brave. And that's pretty much how it works. And sometimes I see that there's a smaller Symbol, I don't know if that's just because I'm in the corner. Maybe that's the case. Oh no, because here I have a bigger arrow. Heart and companionship. Right, let me just heart and companionship, and here is understanding. This is actually, I don't know why this is the case. Maybe someone knows, but if you know, just leave a comment and let us know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hope this helps and have a good time playing the game. See ya.